Welcome to the Crazy Confidence Coach podcast. I'm Heather Edwards, a master certified coach, and I'm here to help you build your confidence. Have you ever wished you had the confidence to ask for that raise you want or apply for that dream job? Have you ever wished you could go for a big, audacious goal, like speaking in front of other people or walking into a room of really important people without being scared to go up to someone and speak to them? Well, you're in the right place. Each week, I'm going to share tips and tricks to help you get more comfortable in your skin, build your self-esteem, and gain unshakable confidence. Don't hide in the shadows anymore. If I can do it, so can you. Grab a pad of paper and your favorite pen, and let's get to it. We were just out in the garden pulling weeds, and I was noticing all the new growth because we have new flowers and, of course, grass and, of course, weeds everywhere. We had this big storm roll through about 4 or 5 days ago, and it rained for, I think, 3 days in a row. It's a great time in Texas because the heat hasn't landed yet, and we are seeing a little bit of rain, which is nice. If you know anything about Texas, it gets blazing hot. So this is just a great time of year to kind of admire all the wonderful little things popping up. But here's the deal. The thing that I really was fascinated by is how fast the weeds popped up and all the annuals, like the things that are planted that come back every single year. I feel like it has this like supernatural growth that happens all at once, at least it seems like. But here's the truth. Those seeds have been buried in the dark soil for months and months, and of course annuals for years, waiting for the right temperatures and a little rain to help them grow. So when they start to grow, they seemingly grow really fast and furious in just a few days' time. Isn't this a little like us? We can be in a season of darkness or hopelessness for a really long time, and it can feel as if all is lost. We can feel like there's nothing good coming our way, or at least we can't see it. We can't see the light. I was in a very, very dark place for many years, and I remember vividly thinking it was never going to pass. There were times that I felt like things were just getting worse. There was about a 5 or 6 year span of time that so much happened that was extremely difficult to handle, and it just kept reinforcing my belief that things are never going to get better. I felt heavy. I was just in a dark place, couldn't see anything that was light or something to look forward to. But here's what happened. It did get better. The light started to shine a little brighter. My inner sparkle started to come back. My energy started to grow a little at a time. And then one day, I remember thinking I felt like there was so much light coming in and there was no way it would be dark again. Well, I know for a fact that life is 50-50, so there is a chance that I may experience a dark place in my life again. Matter of fact, I have no doubt I will again experience something in my life that feels like I'm in darkness or hopelessness. But I learned a thing or two on this journey. During the darkest days, there are so many things that feel extremely heavy and will never change. But what we can do is that we can plant the right seeds and know what we're planting so that we can be prepared for what comes up when the storm arrives. And what I mean by that is practice kindness to yourself, plant words and thoughts that are going to nurture you and support you when and if a storm does hit. Connect with people in your life and plant them just like a seed would be planted and nurture them so they can be by your side when the storm comes. Make sure you stay connected to your faith and to God. I promise you, if this is you and you're in this season of darkness, beyond the storm, on the other side of it, there is a version of you and there is a version of the people around you that may look and feel a little bit different, but you will all be stronger and wiser. Only though, if you choose to be. I do know this. You will be thankful for those who stand by you, and other people will be thankful for you when you stand by them. That's the exchange, that you plant seeds with people that you know that you can support one another. When you grow, when you really, really grow and step into who God meant you to be in this season of life, there will be weeds that pop up everywhere. Little things that pop up that are just annoyances and that are just getting in the way, and they need to be plucked and they need to be groomed and make room for the beautiful blooms that need to come out. And if you don't do that often, they can crowd you out. That means that not all people, not everyone or everything around you will support you and contribute to your overall well-being or your overall garden. Some people are like weeds and they just are there to choke you out if you allow them to take over. So don't allow them to do that. Pay attention to the thoughts that nurture you. The people who surround yourself with need to be people who will be there when you need them, when the storm arrives. And just really pay attention to what types of seeds are you planting. They will matter when the storm arrives. When the sun comes out, you'll want them to be the type of things that you want to bloom and blossom. But remember, even when you're in a place that is dark or feels hopeless, or if you happen to be in the midst of a storm and you can barely hold on just a little bit longer. You have more strength than you know. When the clouds are clear, the rain stops, and the sun comes out again, you can experience growth in a way that you've never experienced before. The reality is we need all of it. We need the darkness to appreciate the light. We need the storms to appreciate the calm before it. We must intentionally plant the types of seeds that we want to grow when the storm passes through. Use the darkness for time in prayer, practicing forgiveness, planting words of encouragement, letting go of shame and guilt. Be kind to yourself. Do your best to let go of negative self-talk and self-doubt, and make sure that you're building and nurturing relationships that matter. Our lives are simply a constant string of seasons. I'll never forget my mom telling me once, I was talking about a very dear friend of mine that we were no longer friends, and it kind of hurt, and I didn't understand it and didn't really know what to do with it. And she made a statement that was really perplexing, but I understand it now, that people come in our lives, some are there forever and some are just here for a season. And I resonated with that because I was like, that makes sense. And it made it more palatable for me at the time. So maybe you've lost a friend or your life has changed in a big way. It doesn't necessarily mean that there has to be this huge hole. It could just be a season in your life. That person could have been a part of your life for a season. The part of your life could just have been a season in your life, and it's time for something new or a different seed to blossom. The light will surely come and it will overcome the darkness. So just hold on. Instead of fearing that storm, just prepare for it. Without the storm and the rain, we wouldn't have beautiful green grass, roses, or gardens that actually give us food, that nurture us and feed us. If you're in a time of darkness, I see you. I absolutely would love to pray for you, and I'd be honored to be someone that you would reach out to ask for that if that is something you need. Feel free to email me at heather@hcedwardscoaching.com and just send me your prayer request. If you just put prayer request in the subject line and put it in there, I promise I will not try to reach out to sell you or add you to a list or anything like that. I will simply let you know I got the email and add you to my prayer list. I'm not sure who's supposed to hear this today, but I can tell you this, 100%, this was not what I was going to talk about today. I know for sure that somebody needs the message. So it's for you if you think it is. And I just want you to know, big, big hugs to you. I love you big, and just keep going. It's hard. It can feel really rough when you're in the darkness, but that's where God is doing the work. And that is where you have an opportunity to be building what you need to have explosive growth when the storm passes and the sun comes out. Have a great week. Come back. I hope I see you next Tuesday. And I really hope you know the strength that you have inside of you to make it through this time or any time that you feel like you're in the darkness or that you feel hopeless, and there is sun coming. I promise. Take care. I'll see you next week. Before you leave, don't forget to drop a rating or review for the show, or better yet, just share it with 3 of your friends that you think would benefit from gaining more confidence. Thank you so much for checking out the show. We come here every single Tuesday sharing tips and tricks for the best confidence that you can muster up. And I have freebies for you at thecrazyconfidencecoach.com. If you'd like to, you can sign up there and they will go directly to your email. And you will also get my lovely newsletter that I put out each month, all about confidence tips and tricks. Have a great week. I'll see you next Tuesday. Love you big.